What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Intolerable Podcast. Today is a secret episode with just me and Dexter, so
Yep.
there's going to be a lot of talking shit about
Yeah.
Will.
Yep, we've dropped the dead weight.
Nah, he's
Oh,
okay at best, I guess. That was rude. I feel
dear.
bad.
oh well.
But yeah, a funny idea, Dexter, but I kind of briefly mentioned, but then I thought we'd save it for this. Is because basically Will does all the uploads, right? I thought we can try record this and upload it same night, so it actually comes out before the one we've recorded already,
Yeah.
just to prove how shit Will is
Yeah.
at the upload
Yeah.
schedule.
I'm happy to try that. The time is currently pretty much 9:45 on the 20th of May. So, and the last one we recorded was what, like
We recorded it a week ago today.
week
wasn't
ago?
it?
Yeah, I think so. So
Still not up.
Still not out. Despite like fairly persistent asking about when it's going to come out and how's progress going on the app, but
And to be fair, I don't want people to think that, you know, we just expect this of Will and we're lazy because we're not doing it. We put our audio in a Google Drive. He doesn't put his, and then he
Yeah.
insists he uploads it and does the thumbnail.
yeah,
But it just never. Well, it doesn't never happen. It eventually.
yeah, it just takes a little bit.
Yeah, just a small little while. But yeah, so I want to try to get this out tonight because I think that'd be quite
Yeah.
funny, just to prove a point.
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can probably do that.
Yeah, fair enough. I think we can.
It's not, all we need to do is pick a thumbnail, and then that's going to be the image in the video. So that's literally like it.
Yeah, the only thing is, okay, the thumbnails won't match the previous one probably because Will's the one been doing them. But
No, I can probably find that font.
okay, that could be good. But if not, on the episode
We could
that
ju-
hasn't
we
come
could-
out yet,
We could
on the
just
episode that hasn't come out, well, it's a secret episode, so I don't mind it being a bit different, I guess.
we could just do it in Paint.
Yeah, we could just title it "Shh." Like, Paint would be funny. I think we should do all of them in Paint. I'm not gonna lie.
Just keep with the shit aesthetic
Yeah, like
that we've got going on here. Yeah.
plus I don't know. As much as I think it works quite well, like the pictures and what we've got going on the normal episodes, like it's very your average British FIFA YouTuber font.
Oh yeah.
You
It's
know?
the font. I'm pretty sure it's the font he uses on like his channel on like every video. I think.
Yeah, I think it
I
is.
could be wrong, but yeah.
Yeah. But paint would be original. You know, people would see it and be like,
Oh, this looks
Really?
shit. Here we go. Let's watch this. Yeah, it's. I don't know. It kind of. I think if we can get like a, because we've discussed about having like a specific thumbnail. Because
Yeah.
in the podcast that's going to be coming out whenever it does, we say like this is season 2 because it's been so
just
long
have a
since
long
we
way off,
uploaded.
yeah.
So we were kind of wondering whether we could like do a specific thumbnail for season 2 in quotation marks, but
Or we move into a new aesthetic,
yeah,
which is using paint.
God, fucking Microsoft Paint, what a piece of software.
Well, I got Paint 3D on my.
Oh yeah, I've got that as well. Fucking
Yeah.
yeah,
Paint's moving up in the world. It's becoming
yeah, it is.
even better. Fucking hell. It
Jesus
is-
Christ.
I wonder how many people ever use Paint seriously.
I bet there's quite a lot.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I bet there is.
But just use, like, if you're going to use Paint, just use clip art. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Some people just are weird.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I don't know. They just. Like, I'm sure there's probably people out there who, like, just
To be fair-
can't be bothered to use anything else.
True. To be fair, in year 1, I remember having like a serious lesson where we literally used paint for an hour and we had to try draw our house and our family.
Wow. In
Very
paint.
wholesome. Yeah, in paint.
Jeez.
But I guess it was just trying to get kids used to computers because they knew that's the way the world was going. I guess.
Yeah, we didn't get any computers in year 1. We got them in the junior school from year 3.
That was the
onwards.
only time I had a reception. No, a computer at that school was that one day in year 1.
We when we used computers in the junior school, we did like touch type or whatever it was called, where they're basically just trying to teach you how to type with like games where you have to type in stuff and it bursts the bubbles before they fill up the screen or something.
Yeah, we kind of had that basically. So I didn't. Holy Trinity literally used computers once, which was that like year 1 lesson, and then at like Hampton we used them a little more. But it's like around year 4 they started getting us to try maybe like learn to type a bit, just get used to it. It's weird to think that I had to learn to type.
Yeah, because like at the moment, like you just don't really think about it, and then when you're first learning it, you're like, right, where's the fucking letter?
Yeah, exactly. It's really, really strange. Like, it's so natural to me now.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Muscle
I don't
memory.
Even like thinking about it. I guess it's like anything else, though. Like language. You know what I mean? You got to learn it when you're young.
Yeah. And
usually you're so young you don't even remember doing it. But...
Yeah, that's the best time to learn.
Oh.
That's why they always try and get you started on like French or something when you're in like that age, because you're more susceptible to actually learn it than if you're older.
And I think I know with like senses, if you never experience a certain sense, so like sight, smell, any of those, I think it's before the age of 7 you'll never be able to develop it. Like, yeah, because someone had like a curable form of deafness or something, and I think they only discovered it was curable when they were like 6 years old.
Right.
And it like for them it like worked and they were fine, but there were people who hadn't been able to hear from the day they were born to 7, and they kind of could hear, but it just wasn't like it didn't. Their body couldn't really suss it out as well.
Yeah.
Or their brain couldn't. I can't remember what exactly it was. It was really weird though.
Yeah.
And I know if you can't talk by the age of 7, I don't think you'll ever be able to talk properly. It's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah, the brain it's just so weird.
Too much going on, man.
Yeah.
Fair play to anyone who has a decent understanding of it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think anyone really does. Like, we know how some of it works, but it's like that thing where like we only use a tiny % of it.
Is that true though? I thought that was kind of a myth.
I mean, who the fuck knows? It sends fucking like electric signals to make you do stuff.
Yeah.
It remembers everything
as well, and I found out recently that mushrooms are meant to be really good for your memory.
Great.
I was reading like a Dr. Rhonda Patrick thing, and they had people who like they got a bunch of old people in which like their families have kind of like dementia runs in their family.
Yeah.
And then they got, I think it was over the course of like a few years, one group to eat like a certain amount of mushroom each day. I think it was 100 grams maybe. That might be is that too much? I don't know. But they like quite a bit of mushroom each day. And then the other sample size never had it.
Yeah.
And I can't remember how much like better and they also did like regular memory tests.
Mm-hmm.
So just like basic memory exercises on the like 2 sample sizes. Yeah. And the people who regularly ate mushrooms performed like so much better, like freakishly so. I can't remember how much. Like, I think they showed like 60% less like signs and symptoms of dementia, which is crazy.
Huh.
But yeah, who knew, man?
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten too many mushrooms since I've been at uni, but
yeah, I've started eating them now. Well, no, it's not that I didn't eat mushrooms. Like, I'd eat mushrooms on a pizza, or if it's like in something, but I'd never like.
Just
if I was making something for myself or whatever, I'd never bother like I wouldn't even think to put mushrooms in. You know what I mean? It's just
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's just not even something I really like think of to add. But
Fair
now
enough.
I'm adding mushrooms where I can.
You're on that mushroom grind now.
Yeah, mushroom and eggs.
Oh,
My
Jesus
two
Christ.
babies.
Yeah, you could have a mushroom omelette.
Well, I kind of do. So I get like 4 eggs, right? Crack them
Yeah.
into a pan,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And it kind of fills the whole base of the pan, gives you a nice like circle.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then sprinkle mushrooms onto one half,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then maybe like sometimes I just put like salt and pepper on the other half, or like maybe I'll like rip up little bits of ham, put that on the other half, right? And then I fold it over, and then
Right.
I eat it like that, and it's like a bit gooier in the middle where like it's been the stuff that's on top and not been against the pan because it's slightly less cooked. And then the gooey bit also has like the mushrooms in. It's really nice.
Right. It's like a. I don't even know what to call that.
No, neither. It's like a sandwich, but the sandwich is made of egg, and it only has mushrooms on the inside,
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
making it nothing like a sandwich. But well,
Yeah. That is a strange creation.
yeah. A more amazing creation. This is my segue here.
Yeah.
The music video / movie for Old Town Road is
Oh yeah.
beautiful.
It is very good.
So I loved the reference to Billboard
Mm.
when Billy Ray Cyrus he was like, oh, last time I was here they didn't take too kindly to strangers, and Billy Ray Cyrus is like, oh, you'll be fine, you're with me now,
Yeah.
because like they'll keep it on the country charts.
Yeah.
That was so clever.
Yeah.
Plus the cameos were random but fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like Chris Rock, Vince Staples, Rico Nasty, Diplo.
Hey, get the kids off the man's horse. That's his property.
I love Vince Staples. He's so cool. Oh. Have you seen his freestyle on the like Kenny Beats show?
Yeah. Yeah.
So funny. He's just bullying Kenny the entire time. I want to beat that is oh fuck, what was it? He says black against everything crime type beat.
Oh. Fucking hell. Oh
Yeah,
god.
I really like that show.
Mm.
It's doing decently on views, but I think like
Yeah.
the more popular it gets, the better guests he'll be able to have on as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's got potential to be really great. It's funny already. Like
Yeah.
Kenny as a producer is naturally just quite a funny like host.
Mm.
So, and yeah, I think he's got a way because they all know each other as well.
Yeah.
You get to see the artists just like how they are, like just kind of chilling,
Yeah.
which is nice. But yeah, it's interesting as well to see like I don't know. It's just cool to see kind of music being made, I guess, from start to finish, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously he's already got the vocal mix like ready for when they freestyle and stuff. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's pretty start to finish, which is super cool.
Yeah.
To me, at least. I don't know. If you don't have a music interest, obviously it wouldn't be, but...
Yeah. Also, in terms of music, I have I guess a proposal. I was talking to Aaron a couple days ago.
Oh, right.
And he was basically saying that he wants to get into making music as well. So
cool.
we're gonna link up at some point while I'm back in the summer, make some stuff. And I was wondering if you would also like to be involved.
Well, my voice is the most whiny white thing ever, but I wouldn't like I can record and stuff. And help you guys with that side of things.
Yeah,
We could get Olivia involved as well.
Yeah, I literally earlier, I got a Snapchat from her. It's like, "Let me make beats for you. Your beats are bad. I make a good beat."
Fuck's sake, that's very her humour. But yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, me and Olivia for the first time, literally yesterday, kind of made a beat together. And I thought going into it, I was like, I feel like this is gonna be fun, but we're gonna disagree on like quite a lot. But we ended up being like pretty lenient with each other, I guess, but not to the point where like I felt like the track ever got let down because one of us made a bad decision. Like we always met in the middle, sort of. Towards the end, we were getting tired because it was pretty late.
Yeah.
And we started to disagree, I think, a little more. But like, for the most part, it was pretty smooth going.
Fair enough.
And I feel like we made something pretty decent. It needs still a tiny bit more work because I don't know. Often when you listen to something for so long, like when you're making it, you try and mix it, but for some reason your ears just adjusted to hearing it how it is, and like you know what I mean. Like now it's been a day and I've listened to it again. I know what tweaks I'd make.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it's hard to make those changes for some reason. It's weird.
Yeah. It's just because like you just become accustomed to things. Like we quite quickly become accustomed to the way things sound. So like, that's why we are taught our fucking ABCs in a song, because it just that ingrains it in your mind quicker than if you were just to learn it. Yeah.
And there's some people who try to do like revision notes in a.
Yeah. I couldn't be bothered with doing that though, to be honest.
Occasionally it would just get in my head. Like I'd be listening to a song and a line of my revision would sync up perfectly in terms of like how like the amount of words and syllables matched up, and just in my head I just naturally like replace it.
Yeah.
And then for that one line would just stay. But it was always an accidental thing. It was never like I went out of my way to try do it. It was just something that stuck, and then I'd remember that one revision note, but that was always one of like 100. So you know what I mean? It might have come in handy. I think it did like once, but you know what I mean? It wasn't like how I intended to revise. Speaking of music, actually, since you've released a few tracks now,
yes,
I'm curious, just because as someone with an interest in music, I do my kind of sort of producing beat stuff just for fun on the side, like it's a hobby of mine. And occasionally, I've never like really sat down and seriously done it. Tried to write lyrics, and it's not a fucking easy job. And I was just wondering, what's your process?
So pretty much what I do is because at the moment, at the moment I literally just go on, get free beats and use prod credits, just put their name in the description or whatever.
Which you can do when you're not making.
Yeah, when I can't monetize it, then it doesn't make any difference. But if I eventually do get to the point where I can start monetizing, I'll have to either buy the rights to beats or whatever, or just get my own ones. But in terms of writing, I pretty much will listen to the beat, kind of just on repeat. And before even going into it, I'll have an idea of, for quite a few of my songs I have out, they're not from my perspective, they're like, I put myself into almost like a character, and I think, well, what would this person say? So in the track I just finished recording today, I was like, I'd just come out of watching the third John Wick film, and I was like, right, this could be something interesting to write about. So I've called it after that, which is Parabellum, which in Latin means prepare for war.
Okay. It's
so I'm basically
called Prepare for War.
Well, the film's called John Wick Parabellum, but in the film
I thought maybe you'd like put a little twist on it by changing language. Alright. My bad.
Yeah, but so I was basically like, well, what would someone who is in a similar vein to that say? Like, what would be going through their mind? And then, you know, I'll always have trusty Rhyme Zone up if I need it.
Yeah.
because
I've
even
done
just
enough to know about Rhyme Zone.
yeah,
That's the level of that.
yeah, even just having it, because it doesn't even have to be like you're specifically looking for words that rhyme. It's just having them on the screen can, because if you've got a word and you're like, right, I'm now having to rack my brain for every single word that could relate to it and maybe rhyme to it or slightly rhyme to it, that I could make rhyme to it. And it's more effort to try and just think of it than to have a bunch of words on the screen, some of which you just might not have thought of at the time.
Also, I've found it like once or twice where I see a word and it doesn't like fully like it doesn't fit with like how I wanted the line to go, but it makes me think of a different way to flip that same line. Does that make sense? And then use that at the end instead. So I think it's a semi-legitimate thing to do.
Yeah.
I could see how people might criticize someone
Yeah.
who openly said
Oh
it.
yeah. Yeah.
I know. Have you seen you know Doja Cat?
Mm-hmm.
She did a Genius thing
Yeah.
for, I think it was "Go to Town," which is one of her songs.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically just said in the verse that she just had like she was just looking at words that rhymed, and I was like, "Yeah, fair play for being honest."
Yeah. Like, I won't specifically, like, there's only a few times in a verse where I'm like, right, I now want a section where specifically I want a bunch of words that all rhyme. Like, a lot of the time I'll just think, well, what would I think the next line here would be that would make sense? Because another thing is, it could, if you're not careful, then your song is going to just not make sense and just have rhyming words at the end of every line, and it just means nothing.
Yeah.
So, like, just having a knowledge of like what your idea for the song is off the bat is kind of pretty much where I start off. Like, if I wouldn't go into a song not having a clue what I wanted to actually write about.
That's true. Yeah. Well.
Like, I have beats that I have saved, and like I could bring it up now, and I could probably write something to it, but I need to listen to them more times and decide what I actually want it to be about.
Like, desire writing about yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
okay,
there's been times where like it's been like 1 a.m. or something, and I've just been trawling through a bunch of beats, and I've been like, all of a sudden you get that one, and you're like, shit, I could write something to this right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, so in general, I just like having a theme for each song is kind of good, and then just like also rapping about things you like, or just singing about things you like, because you're more likely to have more ideas on it if you care about it or whatever, than if you don't care whatsoever.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's a strange thing to do, but like, well, it's not and it is at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you've got to choose what you want to like get across firstly. Then how you want it to get across, like what sort of light do you want to show it in. Then you've got to make things rhyme as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got to pick like a sort of flow that works with the beat, and just it's almost like a math equation. Like, you got to combine so many elements and just get it all to work.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a fun task though.
Yeah. And then, once you've written it and you know what flow you want to use, you've then also got to think, well, now how do I want the tone of my voice to sound? Because
that's another thing.
You can rap the same thing in God knows how many tones, and it will give it a different meaning every time. That's
something a nasally white boy like me struggles with a lot. No, I think if I was to ever record anything, which I don't know if I will or not, I enjoy the production side. I've dabbled in vocals barely, but it's just like me fucking around in my room.
Yeah.
or doing the fucking thing that's on the episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Little teaser. Something's in the next episode that's quite funny.
Yeah.
Well, I like to think it's funny. But I think it's also adapting to your own voice, like making sure you've got a beat where you can fit somewhere in that mix. Like you're not going to be drowned out. Like if Tyler the Creator was to rap over a beat that was super 808 heavy, and like it could become an issue because his voice is so bassy already.
Yeah.
Unless he did his pitch thing, which he does quite a lot, where he pitches himself up. But there's stuff like that also to bear into the equation.
Yeah, like as well as just because whenever I'm putting my voice with it, like when I listen to it back, I'm getting more used to it now because of just more doing it over and over again. But it's just that initial, this just sounds a bit weird because it's me, but at the same time I'm getting more used to it now. And because like the first few songs I did, like the first 3, I like really hated listening to them when I was like mixing them. But like I'm kind of perfectly happy doing it now. The weirdest ones actually was when I was singing, because I'd never really done it before, so that's just sounded the weirdest.
Is such a weird thing to do because you can tell when someone's not singing confidently.
Yeah.
But if you've not really started singing ever before, it's so hard to do confidently. If that makes sense. So it's this weird thing where you've just got to like big yourself up, get yourself to do it, because otherwise it's if you can't half-ass it. You'll hear it.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
Yeah, singing's strange. Plus, I've like, don't know about you, I've never had a fucking singing lesson in my life.
Funnily enough, in the infant school, I was a member of the choir, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Obviously my voice is a bit low pitched for choir now. Compared to
when you're a kid, though,
it was then. But yeah, when you're a kid, it doesn't really matter. I don't know. I feel like I didn't. In a couple of my songs, I have a little bit higher pitch than I thought I would actually be able to get to. But
that's good.
It's mainly because I was doing softer vocals, like more breathy instead of.
Yeah, if you get the breathier you go, then I think the easier it is to go higher, and then. Yeah, it's hard to bellow a fucking high note.
God, yeah.
Very few people, I think, can really do that. Oh, I'd love to be able to yodel. But like
of all the things,
well.
Yodel.
It'd just be funny.
Strange talent to have, but sure.
I could be the next fucking Walmart kid or whoever.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Was it Walmart or Target?
Yeah, no, it was Walmart.
No, it was Walmart, okay. I didn't really keep up with that meme. It wasn't one that I don't know, it didn't really hit home with me, you know?
It didn't really go too far. It sort of just
I guess it's
out.
just the one video sort of going viral, really, actually. It wasn't.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of memes coming off around it.
Yeah. There was like a couple of like remixes of it.
Classic.
And then like he brought out like a properly recorded version of it, I think.
Yeah. And then didn't he perform it at Coachella?
Yeah, I think he did.
So dumb.
God.
That's fun though, that like a really big sort of festival was socially aware enough to kind of just...
Yeah.
Because I think people found it funny. As much as looking back on it, it's kind of cringe. Like, I'm sure at the time people were having a good time with it.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen videos of Coachella? It looks awful, in my opinion. The amount of, like, the crowds look dead. The amount of people... I was watching a video where this guy was like, what Coachella's really like. He's walking around with a GoPro on his head. Yeah. And it's basically, like, uncut for the most part, like, certain sections of the day. And then, there was one part, I can't remember where it was, but I'm guessing it's where people take, like... I don't know, it just seemed to be everyone was just taking photos of each other.
That's pretty much like what it is.
It just
because
looks awful. But like,
yeah,
I occasionally, if like it's a fun occasion, like when I was on holiday and we did something cool, or there was like a really nice view. It's nice to get a photo, you and
yeah,
like couple mates, whatever.
yeah,
But I don't know, the
uh,
Coachella one. It looked like it was all they were doing.
yeah. It's they're just taking pictures of their Coachella outfits.
It's so strange. That it's become
Yeah,
like a fashion thing as well.
yeah, I know.
Like people dress differently for festivals. I kind of get
Yeah,
that. It's fun to wear like those,
yeah,
like I forget what they're called. Harem pants, I think. They're like
yeah,
the yoga trousers that have the really cool patterns on and shit.
yeah,
I guess I get that it's like fun to wear those because it's kind of like psychedelic,
yeah,
which often coincides with what people are doing at festivals.
yeah,
But Coachella's almost like a fucking, don't know. It's almost like a catwalk. Like people
yeah,
are fucking going crazy.
yeah.
Oh,
God.
and it's annoying because the artists are often great,
Yeah,
and then people are more there for just reasons
Just-
externally to
yeah,
that. Like, I
yeah.
don't know.
yeah. Like obviously there's gonna be a lot of people there for the music, but it's one of those festivals where you're not really going for the music. I think a lot of the
Yeah,
people
it's
going are
more
not going
like
there
a
for it.
statement, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is one thing that makes me kind of proud to be British. Like, whenever I see like an American artist, I've been to quite a few. They're always like, "You guys in the UK go fucking crazy." Always
Yeah.
like, yeah, boy.
yeah,
Because obviously, like a lot of hip hop artists that I've seen, they are American. So yeah, when they do their smaller tours when they're first starting out and whatnot, it's in America.
yeah,
Obviously, you do your nearby tours first.
yeah,
Most
Yeah,
artists
yeah.
tour America first and then do like a Europe tour or something.
yeah,
But yeah, whenever we've had artists like, I don't know, like I saw Denzel Curry was like, okay, you guys are fucking crazy. Trying to think. Ray Srem were pretty appreciative of the crowd. Travis Scott, I think, is crazy no matter where you go, to be honest.
yeah, yeah,
But he seemed definitely happy with the crowd's energy. When he got on the balcony, it was the fucking sickest thing ever. It's weird though, considering like his Birds in the Trap tour, the room wasn't like awfully small, but when you look like compare it to the stadiums he's doing in America now, while he's on like a roller coaster, it's very, very different.
yeah,
I mean, he deserves the attention that he's got, in my opinion, at least.
yeah,
But like, yeah, I don't know. It's mad. It looks awesome though. His like American shows at the moment.
yeah,
I love Travis Scott. His lyrics aren't ever anything amazing, but like, he's got nice flows, nice melodies, and in terms of sonics, like the production, I don't think there's a trap artist better. And it's the fact he's got his own hand in it as well.
yeah,
Like some artists, I think trap artists work with good producers, make songs together, but like it's nice to know that Travis Scott has a hand in like all the drum programming and stuff. I think you can hear it as well
yeah,
because he's always got some weird sounds going on that wouldn't be in any other song if it wasn't a Travis Scott song.
yeah.
No, I love him. He's my boy. Sounds too cutesy to reference a trap artist like that, but
He's my boy.
he's my boo boo.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Have you heard Tyler the Creator's new album?
I have.
What do you think?
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I could see why someone wouldn't,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, he kind of has a pretty consistent sort of sound throughout.
Yeah.
But I fucking loved it. Like
Yeah.
to me at least, I like that. I don't. It's not a sound I've really heard before. Like I've heard elements of it in other stuff,
Yeah.
but I've never heard someone combine it like he did throughout the entire project. But it sounds great to me. I could see why people don't enjoy his singing though.
Yeah.
Like I think it's quite, it's like Marmite. I think some people are like, I kind of find it admirable that he like tries to sing, that like knowing that he can't
Yeah.
really, and he still
Well, it's
does-
like because
he
he's
does a decent job,
he's
but-
one of those people who, you know, he's clearly making the music that he wants to make, not the music that he thinks people want,
yeah.
which is kind of it's key. Like
Well, I
that,
think- I
it
think-
really shows in this
yeah.
album, especially.
I think there's been a huge transition. Like if you compare Wolf
Yeah,
to Flower Boy, it's crazy. He became so much better, and I think in an interview he basically said like, because he's on when you listen to Flower Boy all the way through, he's not on it a lot. Like he's
Yeah.
got his verses in each song and stuff, but he gets a lot of artists that he clearly really likes and respects to do parts that he wants them to, like, you know what I mean, obviously
yeah,
do the parts he wants them to do, but like it's clear that the elements they do is what he listens to. You can tell,
yeah,
and yeah, I
Yeah.
think I don't know. I can't remember. He said something like it was the first album of his own that he wants to listen to.
yeah,
Like I think there were certain songs on Wolf and stuff that he like hinted to as being like that as well.
yeah.
But a lot of them, he instead of getting features, pitched his own vocals.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, I know a lot of people weren't fans of it, but I think
Yeah.
Flower Boy was a huge progression, and then I think this album's as good as Flower Boy. I don't know if I prefer it or
Yeah.
not, but I think it's as good.
Yeah. Did
I
you
love
see that?
Earthquake.
Oh yeah, that is so good. Did you see that he wanted to do a not secret show because he put it on Twitter, but like he'd put like show in London,
Yeah.
3 p.m.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
and then like we'll update with location later, and then like after he'd put the location, there were so many people there that the police shut it down.
oh wow,
Yeah, they were like, I saw later on that he tweeted like, I wanted to perform, you know, these songs. Sorry, London, I'll be back. I was like, oh, what happened? So like, I checked, and it was like, there were just pictures of like the streets were just fucking full of people,
Jesus.
all
Yeah,
just there to see him.
Jack sent me it on Instagram, I think.
Mm.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it.
I love the fucking blonde wig.
Oh, it's funny, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh, nah. He's I think the reason people like Tyler the Creator so much, and I think it's the same reason a lot of people really like, I don't know, someone like Billie Eilish, for example, is that they're in control of everything they do creatively, not just the music. Like Tyler's got his own fashion, his
Oh,
own
yeah.
just image. Like he's, you know, he's unapologetically him throughout every
yeah,
creative thing
it's
he
like
does.
you can always tell it's him. Whereas like there's you know, whilst I am technically a SoundCloud rapper, there are a lot of SoundCloud rappers who are all like exactly the same.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Whereas like he's just, you know, those are the artists who break through are the one most of the time, and it's how it should be. Is that the artists who are clearly themselves and have a really distinct look or sound or just whatever, like
Yeah.
they're the ones who break through because it's interesting, you know.
Yeah, because there are artists that are really fantastic.
Yeah,
But I've like Kendrick doesn't have a like cult following, I wouldn't say.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
almost everyone's a fan of Kendrick that's a fan of
yeah.
hip hop at all. 'Cause
Yeah, and
it's-
most people who even don't like hip hop will have heard of Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, just because his work speaks so much for itself that it's hard not
Yeah.
to have heard the name, because
Yeah.
everyone that is a fan rants about it. But
Yeah,
you don't get a cult following like you would with someone like, I mean, yeah, with someone like Tyler.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who, I don't know, I see a lot more odd like golf clothing than I ever do damn merch. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's, yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's the artist that. Also, Kendrick, to be fair, doesn't put himself out there hugely on social media and stuff.
yeah, that's not really his kind of thing.
Yeah, but I think it's when someone has a creative hand in everything. Maybe not all the way, but like
Yeah,
within everything, it's all got this aesthetic that's very them. I think that's when an artist is able to create this fan base that's just like devoted to them, and you end up getting millions of fucking fan pages and shit. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting.
And obviously, Tyler's just a funny guy anyway, so it always helps.
Yeah, and an interesting personality is obviously.
Yeah.
But you're always going to get someone, I think, with an interesting personality if they're that creatively spread. Yeah. Like, to be that interested in so many different creative avenues, you've got to be a bit interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'd be hard not to be.
Yeah, like there's very few really huge artists who are like clearly extremely boring people with like nothing interesting about them.
Yeah, I mean, well, you've got like your Ed Sheerans. I mean, he's kind of funny actually. I've heard him in like some interviews, but like
there are some. It's just a majority. I'd say it's harder to break through because like if you sound like really really good, then you're obviously going to have like a good chance. But if you couple that with also being interesting, or just like you don't even have to be something that people like. It could just be just out there. Then
well, I think someone that like God, how do I word this? It came to my head and then it left, but I still know who I'm thinking about. Like,
right.
I think no matter what, if like for them to have interesting enough music for a lot of people to tune into, like they're going to be interesting. But someone like The Weeknd, he doesn't put himself across on social media or anything really ever. And he's only ever done like 2 interviews, so it's hard to know if he's interesting or not. But you can tell through his music alone that he is. Yeah. So he's kind of an oddball in that, like, people don't know if he's really interesting or not, but his music is, and you can tell through his music, particularly his old stuff. Yeah. It's because it's so personal. Like, that. Yeah. There's something interesting to listen to there, and it like can be confident. It's not him just writing about it, and he's actually boring, because it's I mean, you can tell when music's like written by someone else a lot of the time. Yeah. Like when I hear The Weeknd singing about, particularly on his older stuff, I'm confident he's experienced what he's talking about and what's being said within the song. Yeah. Even if it's maybe exaggerated. Yeah. Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, you can unless you're like a really good actor, you can hear it in a voice. Yeah.
Like, you can tell when someone's singing and they're fucking upset. Yeah. And it makes the song way better as well. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Because there's always going to be anomalies.
Like when Lil Nas X said, "I got the horses in the back."
Oh yeah.
You could tell he meant it.
You could really tell.
Yeah, you could. Oh my god, you could feel it.
That just hit me in the heart.
Oh, that song's so good. I actually enjoy that song just like when it comes on shuffle. Like,
yeah, like it's yes, it was a meme, but also like it's like
it fucking.
It's
slaps.
one of them where it does actually just it is good.
It is just a slap.
It is just good.
He's got a project out next month.
Yeah.
I think it's just called 7. I think it's just
7. Yeah, 7.
He keeps teasing one called Panini, which sounds like it could be a banger.
Yeah, I'm interested. Because the thing is he's clearly smart, because he could have taken the getting taken off of Billboard. He could have taken it wrong, and he could have gone with the video or whatever. He could have gone a completely different direction. But I think the way he did it was so smart. Yeah, that he's clearly got something.
Yeah, even if it's not musical, he's definitely got something to his marketing, which is quite clever. Yeah. Like, he didn't rush to make that music video. That's something that's been crafted, and very smartly so. Yeah. In terms of how big it's going to be publicly. And it already is. It's got a lot of views already. Yeah. And the fact that he, like, reposts the memes and stuff that people have made to the song. Like, he's definitely, I think, got a knack for marketing. Yeah. and then it's just whether he can. You know, what I mean, marketing can only take you so far. The music is gonna have to be there as well, which is what I'm curious to find out.
Yeah, and it shows how much just one song can blow you up. Because I think I saw somewhere he said he had like $5 or something in his bank account before he released it.
Well, I think it's in the Genius video, or it was like a Big Boy interview. He was saying he's like living with his sister.
Yeah. And
she was kicking him out of the house. And then it's like when he was basically like in the process of being kicked out, he made this song.
Yeah.
And I think the idea of like he was saying, I don't know if he means this or not, but he was saying the idea of taking the horse down the old town road was like him leaving his sisters with basically nothing, but with the ambition of making it work. Like he's still going to get to where he's going. He's going to follow the road. I think it's more the melody sounded great, and he was like, "This could be fucking hilarious."
Yeah.
But yeah, you
Plus,
did say
like,
he basically had nothing when he was getting kicked out.
Yeah, like, and it's clear from the music video that there was a lot of money that went into that video.
Yeah, definitely.
There's very good production value on it.
Oh, that's so great! Such a good music video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and getting Chris Rock to ride a horse.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's not going to be a cheap thing.
Yeah.
Has he signed to anyone? Do you know?
I don't know, but you'd almost think
that music video would always have you thinking so.
Yeah.
Because it would like.
But I'm not certain.
It's something that like. Just to get in contact with those people, I feel like a label would have to be involved just to reach out and grab them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. I'm really curious to see how this project is. I'm hoping it bangs.
He's with Columbia Records.
Okay. I don't know if they're renowned for fucking people over or not. I don't think so.
God. Yeah, I don't know.
Have they got a lot of people signed to him? I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely like a label name I've heard quite a lot. Oh. But yeah, it'd be so great if he actually turned out to be like a pretty solid music artist.
Yeah.
Because that'd be the most hilarious breakthrough story ever.
Yeah. Because it was literally part of it, because I can't remember if he released the full song originally or whether it was literally just that bit that was on all the fucking TikTok memes.
I think he did release the full song
even before.
And then it became a TikTok thing. And then since then he's made the video and whatnot.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't for TikTok, that song probably wouldn't be big at all. I don't know because it's such a slap. I feel like someone must have found it.
Someone would have it's inevitable. Like it was just TikTok was the way it went. I'm sure it would have got popular somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because it's just one of them where like multiple people will have listened to him and been like, oh shit.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty nice dude as well, from what I've seen in interviews and stuff, which also like always helps. Yeah. But the thing is, like, I don't know, Blueface kind of became big as sort of a meme.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In his interviews, I thought he was a bit of, I don't know. He just seemed a bit boring to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I saw one interview where he literally said like, "I'm literally just here to make money and then get out."
Yeah, I saw people comparing it to. It was like a side by side of him saying that, and then J. Cole talk about how like he feels about music and how he wants to make it, and I was like, oh yeah, clearly two
very different people.
Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, he grew up somewhere rough. Like it seems like he did. I don't know if he did or not.
Yeah.
I can imagine making money is the priority, but for someone like J. Cole, who probably has so much dispensable income at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The music probably takes priority.
Yeah.
Oh. We've been going for a decent amount of time.
We have.
Yeah. Feels like it's gone by quicker without Bobley's retarded little inserts here and there. You know? I've been able to relax and not be on the edge of my seat, just anticipating the next retarded thing to come out of his mouth.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a single flub this episode.
I've definitely had like one or two slightly missaid words, but
well.
Equally, I don't find that speaking with like headphones on helps. Like I just can't hear myself quite as clearly as I could with them off.
Yeah.
So I give myself a slight pass.
Yeah.
Right. Should we wrap it up here?
Oh well. Yeah, I'm happy to end it here.
So. Right. Thanks for watching the secret episode.
The secret one.
I doubt you made it this far, but goodbye if you have.
Yeah.
Au revoir.